What's up guys, how y'all doing? Cosmic Carry here, bringing another World of Tanks video on the Xbox One. And today I'm showing off my very literally my first game in the tier 10 British medium, the FV4202. After a long grind in the Centurion 7-1, I finally managed to unlock this tank. And what a stomper of a first game. And I hate getting fantastic, amazing games, because your expectations, you know, when you get that when your very first game is absolutely unbelievable, and it's happened quite a few times, and your expectations just go sky high, and I mean they should. It's a tier 10 tank, and I don't know, you know, and now I'm afraid to touch it because I don't want to spoil the moment. But my first game, this game, was an absolute belter, a stomper, an absolutely unbelievable game. And yeah, FV4202. I'm used to the gun. It's the 105, which was my preferred gun on the Centurion 7-1, and it's pretty much the same stats. Pardon me, 268 pen and 390 damage, but the rate of fire has increased. I believe it was 5 on the Centurion 7-1, and now it's gone up to almost 7 rounds per minute. So you know, I knew what to expect as far as gun performance was concerned, accuracy as well, 0.32, and so, you know, I was used to the gun. It was just the tank I had to get used to, and the fact that, you know, I'm going to be rolling out consistently in tier 10 games, absolutely. But I like the tank. You know, the turret isn't as prominent, isn't as big. It feels like it's somewhat smaller. I think that's just the turret, but I like the, you know, the size of the thing. It's not as big and bulky and as the Centurion 7-1. So I get the feeling, you know, I've got more options. I can be more flexible. I can attack more in this tank, etc., etc. So I like that. You can see the turret, the back of the turret, and it's a shame we're always playing these games and all we ever see is the rear of our tanks, and you know, when you're playing the game, and but you know, what can you do? Because they're beautiful machines, especially now on the Xbox One. But anyhow, you're ranting and chit-chatting too much there. Putting my tank to good use, FV215B. I respect that tank. You know, I've heard so many good things about the gun on that thing. You know, it's just 99% of the time you're gonna hit, you know, but I'm fully aware that there's a medium to my right, so I'm hoping he's engaging, you know, my compadres to my right, but I don't want to pull out too far because fear of snipers, etc., etc., and fear of the gun on the FV215B. So I'm not going to push forward until I've put a hurt on this British heavy, and also the medium to my right has been dealt with, you know. So that's why I'm initially hesitant, and you know, it's the beginning stages of the game, so you don't want to you know, to do anything foolish. And of course we are losing 1 to 7. 1 to 7. How on earth could this be a romper stomper of the game if we are losing 1 to 7? Well, I don't know. You'll have to just watch. So I decided to you know, push towards the 215B. You know, I'm confident that I can take him out. Possibly, maybe, you know, the medium is pulling back because it is what is it, assaults, whatever it is, you know, day base, we're protecting, and yeah, whatever is, you know, tactics work. But I straight away with the object, I kind of I sensed weakness, you know. So sometimes when you come against players, I mean, yeah, he's running away, duh, that's weak kind of thing. But I sensed weakness, you know, I really did. As I was engaging this object, I kind of, he wasn't standing there and saying, you know, come on, take me on, you know, because that is a tank to be, you know, you can't mess around with that tank. And Carnarvon there out of the game, and a lot of people would say, you know, oh, you're taking pot shots at a mobile tank and free XP, etc, etc. He's lighting me up, you know, and there's a considerable amount of TD still in the game, so if he's there, you know, he needs to be dealt with. It doesn't matter if he's in mobile, due to the fact that do I get this? No. It doesn't matter if he's immobile and he's out of the game. You know, he's lighting me up. He's lighting me up, so he needs to be dealt with. And he not only is he lighting me up, there's what is it? 5 TDs in the back there. Absolutely. Piss ball shot there on the object 140. Need to finish off this Carnarvon as well as deal with the object 140. Of course, I'm not going to get that. Absolutely. And the game is picking up somewhat. Now it's 7-4. Enemies kind of not taking advantage of the fact that they were just owning us, you know, absolutely. Finally managed to take out that Carnarvon. Good to go. Now I'm waiting for my Sixth Sense to disappear before I proceed. I lose it and now I can push forward. At the same time, I'm very hesitant because I know there's a gazillion TDs, you know, all lined up on the hill. It is Erlenberg, or Kampenberg as it's commonly referred to, so very hesitant as I'm moving up here, and I still have respect, you know, regard for that object, but you can see that it's just a weak player. No offense to you, buddy, absolutely no way. And oh, your name's Obi-Wan. And but yeah, you're exposing yourself way too much there, and now you're considerably low health, and etc, etc. And just as I thought, you know, there you go, TD's up on the hill camping. T28, of course he's a TD, of course he only faces forwards, and of course I can just pen him in his upper hatch, but he's a very small target and he's at considerable distance, and it's going to take me a while to you know, reduce his health pool. So, and I'm still thinking we're gonna lose this. And but at the same time, tick tock, the enemies aren't pushing. You know, the fact that there's only 2 minutes left in the game, you know, they need to cap, and lo and behold, artillery. I hate this. Well, what can you do? Artillery's in the game, but he just, I said, oh, okay, now it's all over, we're done with it. It's there's no way. And yeah, T28 decides to show up. I managed to get a track into him, trying to get down below his gun and do the ring of death around him, and we're good to go. But at the same time, artillery. But lo and behold, there is artillery. So I decide, okay, time to get my vengeance. Absolutely. Should have loaded up a Hesh round, because I believe this tank comes with the Hesh if it's 105. Absolutely. And we are good to go. Gonna take out Mr. Artillery here, and there he is. Don't want to get messed up by a bounce in the road. Making sure I take him out. And 16 penetrating shots, and lo and behold, a T9 Waffle shows up with a dirt gun. What can you do? Fantastic first game. With the doubles and everything, I managed to pick up almost 10k XP, 130,000 silver, just over 6,000 damage, but no mastery. Oh, that would have been so sweet. Take it easy, guys. What a tank. Adios, muchachos.